NATO, a Chronicle of Cruelty, is the name of this exhibition, marking 70 years of what the museum's director calls the most aggressive alliance in modern history. The inference here is that Ukraine is NATO's fault for supplying weapons to Ukrainian forces and supporting nationalist battalions like Azov. Placing an American flag next door to an Azov battalion flag is sufficient to prove that NATO is supporting Azov?
Это трофеи наши, эти экспонаты нам предоставило Министерство обороны. А эти два флага вместе развивались на машине вот с этими номерами. Два флага. Никого это не смущает.
The idea that NATO is a defensive alliance is not the picture you'll get here.
Какие-то военные, если они вот фотографии показаны, они там на детей нападают, еще там что-то, разрушенные дома, вот фотографии. Смотрите, это войны? Нет.
As we leave, a group of police cadets arrive, the next generation of Russia's security apparatus brought on message so that NATO remains the arch enemy. Propaganda like this sinks in, and it's everywhere. Here on a nearby street, photos of children from Donetsk and Luhansk, subjected already to 8 long years of war. Protecting the people of Donbass, one of the justifications for Russia going into Ukraine, drummed into the national psyche at every opportunity. Countering that narrative is dangerous. Sasha Skochelenka, who swapped grocery tags in a supermarket for information on civilian casualties in Mariupol, could face up to 10 years in jail. Already, more than 600 people prosecuted for spreading what the authorities deem to be fake news about the Russian armed forces. The Russian people have a well-honed instinct for repressions burnt into them during Soviet times, which is why so many people were so quick to leave the country. They understand the language that Vladimir Putin uses of traitors and scum and a fifth column all too well. Now you're seeing the denunciations of teachers by their pupils, the expulsions of students from universities, the firing of people from their jobs, the shuttering of institutions that were meant to encourage critical thinking. That is the domestic face of Russia's special military operation.
But they're all...
Nina Begachova was expelled from her university, she thinks, because of social media posts supporting Ukraine.
I found it out by accident when I couldn't log into my Microsoft account. And I called IT specialists from my university, and after maybe 30, maybe 40 minutes, he calls me back and says, well, unpleasant news, there's paperwork inside of our system that you were expelled 2 weeks ago. I was not expecting that.
She says she wants people outside of Russia to know that not everyone supports what Russia is doing. But there are a lot of people who do, who don't really understand what's happening, but who believe that their president's the good guy. Because it's easier to believe what they're told than it is to accept the alternative. Diana Magne, Sky News, Moscow.